When you grab your kayak from us, you'll see it'll come fully wrapped in a layer of plastic and bubble wrap. When you get it home, take your plastic and your bubble wrap off, just keep it to the side. You'll see straight away, you'll see the two-piece paddle. That'll be separately wrapped as well. Inside the hatches will be your 360 rod holder and your paddle leash. If they're not inside the hatches, just have a look inside the hull, because sometimes they do move around. So make sure that you check that before you ring us back. When you pick up your Osprey and your Eagle kayak, you'll actually notice that your padded seat is inside the wrapping itself. For the next gen models and above, make sure you pick up the seat prior to leaving the warehouse. Before you take your kayak out on its first shakedown, just remember a few simple things. One, use a screwdriver to tighten up any of the screws within the kayak itself. These screws occasionally come loose when it comes to transporting a kayak or after shipping, so make sure you use only a screwdriver. People have asked us, can we use a power drill to tighten these screws? Our recommendation is no. Use a hand screwdriver solely because you only want to tighten the screws. Using a power drill, you run the risk of stripping the thread. When the big day comes to take your kayak out on the water, here's a recommendation from us. Don't take your expensive fishing gear, fish finder and bits until you're actually used to how your kayak operates. Recommendation, just use some shallow water and just get used to the kayak pitching, rolling, turning and other slight necessities you need to try before you take that first big adventure. So when the big day comes to actually go out on your first fishing adventure, make sure all your items are safely leashed to the kayak itself and all your electronic devices are placed inside a good dry bag. Our dry bags do come with a leash system as well, so if you do have an accident, you're not going to lose your favourite phone. And just remember guys, regardless of your state laws, we recommend that you wear a life jacket. Regardless of how good you can swim, your ability, for peace of mind, simply wear a life jacket. Let's talk about stability when you're using your kayak. Simple rule of thumb, keep your head down the centre of the kayak. If you're leaning to the left and right, don't lean your head outside the kayak, keep it centred down the centre of your kayak. If you feel stability is not quite there, the next recommendation is just to remove the scupper plugs, therefore allowing the kayak to sit a little bit lower in the water. If you still find that that's not right, for your safety of stability, there's always outriggers. They're attached to the rear of the kayak, and once they're deployed, you won't have any issues with the kayak rolling in the water. There you go guys, there's some simple steps to follow before you take your kayak out for its first solo run on the water.